a story to tell you about the magnificent airplane, the P-51 Mustang. Few of you probably realize that this plane was built and designed by the American people to help protect my country, England. Before I tell you this story, I would like to give you a little background about how this whole thing started. During the 1930s and the Great Depression, a great evil began to fall over the world, and in particular, Greater Europe. As we entered the war, our best fighter plane was the Spitfire, but we needed more. The generous American people provided Great Britain and our allies with many P-40 Kitty Hawks. Starting in 1933, the evil of Nazi Germany began to take hold of Europe, led by the devil on earth himself, Adolf Hitler. By 1939, he and his other fellow criminals from Japan and Italy had begun their attempt to conquest of the earth. If there ever was a battle between good versus evil, this was it. As Prime Minister of the British Empire, I declared war on the Axis powers in 1939. We began our slow, steady, and painful march toward victory. At the beginning of the war, the Germans controlled almost all of the airspace in Europe. They had a very well-designed and capable fighter named the Messerschmitt. The British military knew we needed more, so we asked America to build a high-altitude and very fast fighter as soon as possible. The Americans designed the first plane in 90 days, start to finish. This plane would become the best fighter plane of all time. Its name was the P-51 Mustang. This plane allowed the Allies to control the skies. Once we were able to control the air, we could relentlessly attack the Germany powers anywhere, anytime. The Mustang could escort the bombers so we could bomb the Axis factories. The P-40s could not go the distance to protect the bombers from enemy fighter planes. For most people, including me, that was the turning point of the war. The war took the lives of 39 million people in Europe alone. The war lasted over 6 years. Throughout that 6 years, the advancement in aviation was great, and it was critical to the Allied victory. Without the P-51 Mustang, we might not have won the war, and even more lives would be lost. Even though there was 15,000 P-40s and 15,000 Mustangs built in the war, only a handful remain on the earth today. You can see these planes in your own state and other things from the war and other advancements in aviation at the Warhawk Air Museum. One of my favorite planes is the Boise Bee. Dwayne Beeson flew it. He lived in Boise, Idaho. He is one of Idaho's famous fighter pilots that had 26 recorded kills. There are amazing things at the Warhawk Air Museum, and if you take your time to learn about them, you will be interested and you will want to learn more. Thank you.